Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tim with Tomes and Tales. I'm Tim, author of Haunting, a short ghost story, and the hardboiled detective novel Baltimore City. Today on the channel, I'm reviewing Chris Claremont's run on the Fantastic Four comic book series, which ran for 29 issues and one annual. He had taken over the writing duties from Scott Lobdell, who, for some reason, abruptly left the Fantastic Four after only a handful of issues in 1998. Claremont, who was paired with penciler Salvador Larroca and inker Art Thibbert, an art duo that worked consistently on this title with very minimal interruptions. Together, this trio created a run on the Fantastic Four that isn't discussed that often. Claremont, one of the architects that turned the X-Men into a power franchise, brought a credibility to the Fantastic Four. A credibility that had been lacking on the title since the John Byrne and Walt Simonson eras of the book. And the Larroca-Thibbert combination injected more dynamic designs and paneling on the book in years, outside the short Jim Lee and Brett Booth work during the Heroes Reborn fiasco. Is this run secretly the best years of the Fantastic Four? No, that honor goes to Jonathan Hickman's later work on the book, in my opinion. But this writer-art combination could have been more successful than it was. First off, I don't believe Claremont was quite ready to take over the writing duties for the Fantastic Four. Lobdell's abrupt departure left many unresolved storylines that Claremont had to tie up in a hurry, while still injecting his own spin. And at times, it felt like Claremont was just throwing things against the proverbial wall to see what stuck. The book did get better in the second half of Claremont's run, but Claremont was quite wordy the whole time, a sign he should have employed the recap page trick at the beginning of each issue more. Personally, I did like the fact that Claremont leaned somewhat on his X-Men lore for inspiration, and I love the introduction of Valeria, a teenage daughter from the future. And his work did culminate in a memorable Doctor Doom storyline, one that sticks in my memory. I would not blame you if you skipped over this period of the Fantastic Four, but I still believe there is value in these issues. There were bright glimmers of potential here and there, glimmers that made me wonder what might have been. What if Claremont had been better prepared when he took over the title? How did Marvel's financial and legal challenges during those years affect the book? So, while this run does have some problems, there were things that I liked about it. It did not hit the lows that the Englehart and DeFalco years did at times, especially when Reed and Ursu were absent from the lineup during those years. And while LaRocca and Thibbert's artwork is only above average in my opinion, it was more dynamic and comforting than the stiff poses just prior to Heroes Reborn. If you are interested in the history of the Fantastic Four comics, you might want to look at these years. You might find it worth the time. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me on my lengthy review. Please hit like and subscribe if you want to help out the channel, or check out some of my own stories. I'll leave links to them below. Stay safe, everyone, and happy reading.